Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the Morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Kuntres Maamer Chaf base. Start off by giving tzedakah, and we'll daven today for Matan ben Miriam, Mitzvah Hashem, Matan ben Miriam, and all the soldiers and all the other captives, and all the yidden Eretz Yisroel and all the yidden around the world should have safety, security, and ultimately Mashiach now. Just wanted to point out that we're coming to the end of it. It's not even the whole. There's a lot of stuff in the back, so we're getting there. This is a pretty phenomenal feat we have over here. Going to Kuntres mind. It's no short thing, and it's something very fundamental. So kudos to everyone that has joined through this process, and everyone should have all the brachas. Okay, and so today we're going to finally answer what's the story about the judgment, daily or not, and how does it work according to the opinions, and then maybe we'll start even discussion that there's a whole different way of looking at the whole thing. Anyway, let's jump into it. Okay, so in page 311, question is, till now we've been seeing that there's a whole question, and this is sort of the process we've been going. In the beginning, we saw it seemed like the Chachamim, the Rabbanon, say you judge Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, and that's it. And Rabbi Yossi says you judge daily. And we went and we explained and we saw these things are two separate. And then we slowly brought them together a little bit more. That there is a daily judgment. What level is it, and what's going on over here? So we're saying, what's the nafka mina? What's the practical difference between Rabbi Yossi and Rabbanon? So it's already set what's going to happen on Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. And therefore, the judgment that's coming afterwards, the daily judgment, basically, the question is, according to the Chachamim, that everything is set on Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. Basically, the judgment is it gonna take place or not? We're davening whether it's gonna happen. Meaning, it's already set what's gonna happen today on whatever it is, a Gimel Adar base. Rosh Hashanah already set for us what's gonna happen in Gimel Adar base, and the davening is, will that happen the way it's supposed to, or will something interfere with it? This is like explains the Gemara over there. The Rabbi Yossi Amar Adam needed Mechol Yom. According to Yossi, that he says that the person judged every day. But it says the regime Sivchanenu, that for moments he will search us, check us, test us. The mashma kol shah hu iyunei b'alma. So this is implied that every hour there's a iyun, like not a full-on judgment, but like an analyzing, a scrutiny. Ve'enu din mamash. The kach l'Rabbanon, the Amri, the said with the Rabbanon, the Amri Adam nigma gzad din v'shana v'yom kippurim. Ha'achsiv said to the Rabbanon that even though they say a person is already set on Rosh Hashanah Kippur, but it's also written Lasais Mishpat in Malachim, Lasais Mishpat Devar Yom B'Yemei, to do a judgment every day on its day. So who Gamken Iyun? So this is also a Iyun, a scrutiny. Ela she'ena Iyun ba'alma, it's not just a general scrutiny. Ela Nikra Pekida. It's more of like a how does he call it? Coming to mind, bring up to mind. Shehu yesim iyun, which is more than the iyun, more than the scrutiny. Who mashkas, like it says in iyuv, betifkedenu labkarim, and he will bring him up to mind in the mornings. Lachin tzarich lispal levaket b'chol yom gam rabbanon. And therefore, also to rabbanon, you have to daven every day. And simple, what we're saying is the davening of the daily, and this is sort of bringing these two opinions together. The davening of the daily is really that what was already set, according to the rabbanon, what that was already set for today will actually happen, because there's a lot of, it's 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 like you tell your kids, tomorrow we're going to go out on a trip, but there's a lot that can happen in the process between tomorrow and the actual trip. Could be the weather, could be this and that. You never know. So what we're davening and what the kids need to daven, that what my parents told me that what's going to happen yesterday is actually going to happen today. That's sort of what we're saying. What was set and what we had set for Shem Kippur is it going to happen? And also, I guess you could also say, like we said before, that the davening could also be that if the Chas Shalom says something negative, now's the chance to try to counteract that. Rav Yossi Sever, Rav Yossi holds shebechol yom hu din gomer. Rav Yossi holds it's a complete judgment, and the Rabbi Yossi mefaresh pekida hanema pasuk tifkedenu levkarim shehu mishpat gomer. So Rav Yossi holds that when it says in the pasuk that that the pekida, which is the scrutiny, which we will say in according to our Rabbanon, is just a general thing. It's more than the iyun, more than a scrutiny, but it's a like seeing and watching. So we're saying that according to Rav Yossi, that means a complete judgment. Rabbanim mefarshim mishpat nema pasuk lasus mishpat v'chulashu iyun inyan pekida. Whereas the Rabbanon say that the word judgment that's in the pasuk, which would imply that it's a full judgment, and they're learning it out, that it means pekida, means bringing to mind v'lishneim shnei haksuvim ha'elu mevarim zed zeh mishum l'shneim nemer al adin v'choyim. And both of these walk, and this is sort of the end result. Mashenkein, yeah, that's sort of what it is. So the Chachamim say that's not a complete judgment. It's more of an analyzing and checking and scrutinizing and seeing what is actually going to happen based off what is set. But according to the Chachamim, it's already set everything. And really the question is, today, is it going to happen the way it was meant to be, or something going to change? Whereas Rav Yossi is saying, no. Today, it's a complete judgment, so to speak, from scratch. Of course, everything is set before what's going to, like how much and everything, but is that going to come today, or is it going to come tomorrow? When is it going to come? Or is it going to come in the right time and the right amounts? But Tehillim, unlike what it says in Tehillim, it says in Tehillim, it's like a judgment for the yidden and a mishpat to the God of Yaakov. The Koyal Adin, which is talking about the judgment of Rosh Hashanah. Matam hu lefisha chesed atzilus ein bo shum toyar adayin michesed asiyah. Like we said before, there's no description in Atzilus of how's it going to be out in this physical world, and what's going to actually come down in the physical version of it. And therefore, the chesed that's going to come out in our physical world, which is novelty in comparison to the chesed of Atzilus, and that's, according to Rav Yossi, this complete judgment. Because he's saying that what's on Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, it said you're going to have on Gimel, Adar, base, there's going to be a lot of chesed. But the question is, how's that going to take shape and form? And that's what Rav Yossi is saying, that's the judgment, how exactly it's going to happen. If it's going to actually come out, and in which way? All stay in the spiritual worlds, Ruchanius, and you'll see it in the world to come. Meaning it could even not come down. You won't lose it because it's already set. Because again, what Rav Yossi is saying, that it's already set what's going to be on which day. It's going to be chesed. And there's going to be a lot of chesed. Let's say today's going to be a lot of chesed in Mitzvah Hashem. But the question, the judgment, and the davening is that chesed going to come out into this physical world, or is it going to come staying spiritual and being put aside for the world to come? Kitzer. And that was a lot. Kitzer. HaChesed sheniktav la'adam Rosh Hashanah v'yom HaKippurim hu b'malchus Atzilus. The chesed that is set to a person Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur is in Malchus of Atzilus. Malchus Atzilus mufla be'erech min b'riyas Yenisan. Malchus of Atzilus is is very distant, of course not physical terms, but it's distant than Brit and Asiya. Chayim and Tov, Maamer we talked about the Chayim and Tov, the life and good, and death and bad, which is the Olam HaSiyah, our physical world, in comparison to Atzilus, is like death and bad. This is Atzilus because, of course, like we said before, Atzilus is all godliness. It's all clear, pure godliness, whereas our world is physical, separate from godliness. That's why there's a judgment every day. If a person is fitting to get what he's meant to be getting. But then, and the judgment according to Rabbanon, it's and the judgment according to Rabbanon and Rav Yesi just an iyun, just a scrutiny. The Rabbi Yesi say him the iyun zehu adin gamud, and the difference is they both agree that it's a scrutiny, but Rabbi Yesi says it's a complete judgment. It's a scrutiny whether it's complete, but in the form of a complete judgment. And this is sort of how they both hold their opinions. And in practical terms, it means, practically speaking, it means every day we go to daven, and we have to realize that whatever we do in Yom Kippur is not enough to sit back and relax, but we also every day we have to recognize that there's a whole process going on. And some, I think an important lesson this teaches, I've been thinking about this a little bit, and also learning this, and it's everything in Chassidus, and here's another example of it. And we got to recognize that what we're doing, what Chassidus does, it amplifies everything. Meaning it's not just another day. There's a lot going on in today. You know, like I think I told the story. Yeah, I must have told it here that I worked in the wineries. I went through the whole process of making kosher wine. And one of the things that I received from that experience was when I looked at just after it happened, I was in the bottling plant and I got to manage to take some bottles home. And we're having kiddush, right now, whatever. We're pouring some wine afterwards, and a few drops fell, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like, you know how many people went into making that wine, and these drops just fell like haphazardly. It's like everything was very much more meaningful. And this is sort of what we're doing here. We recognize, so this is showing us that everything we do is a lot more meaningful. It means a lot more. It's not just we get up, we have another day, and stuff happens to us. There's a whole process that's happening every single day and every single moment. And this is an empowering that it's happening to us because we're valuable enough that should be happening. And yeah, and this is essentially what we're seeing here. There's a whole judgment happening. Our day doesn't start today. Our day started in Rosh Yom Kippur. And every year, Rosh Yom Kippur, it's a reset for the year, what's going to be. And that's why it's so serious, because, you know, it makes a very big difference what could be. And that's not enough. Also daily, it's also what's going to be, like we have that judgment going on. And, you know, it's not to scare us, but just to empower us and recognize there's a lot going on. And then today, tomorrow we're going to start. This is all according to the opinion that the Chesed of Atzilus doesn't come down. The whole basis of the whole discussion was what's in Atzilus is infinitely different than what's in Asiyah, and it doesn't really connect. So just because we're set, so to speak, 100 units of Chesed today in Atzilus, it doesn't mean anything about what's actually going to be in today's Asiyah Chesed, what's going to happen. Whereas tomorrow we're going to discuss a different opinion. Anyway, we're getting there. 20 Maamer Chav Beis out of Chav Ches. So we have 6 more to go. So Mr. Hashem, we finish it before Pesach. Yeah, for sure. And everyone should have an amazing day. Thank you for joining.